What's up, everybody? This is your man Reza coming at you straight from the studio, and I've been thinking about the concept of focus lately. And I don't mean focus in the sense of focusing on accomplishing a task and making it happen, but what I mean is focus in the sense of my general awareness about life and the way I think about certain situations. So I went on a camping trip with a couple of my buddies, and they all wanted to go mountain biking. Now, I hadn't been mountain biking before, but they were like, hey, let's go. It's going to be fun, and I'll let you borrow a bike. So I was like, all right, let's go and do it. So we go on this trip, and I found myself constantly running into the bumps, the cracks, the little rocks in the road, and it became a very frustrating ride for me until one of my buddies pulled up next to me and he told me, hey, don't focus on the things that you don't want to hit. Focus on where you want your front tires to go and what direction you want to go in. And that totally changed the game for me, because when I shifted my mind to focus on the things that were in front of me and not the things I was trying to avoid, suddenly I wasn't hitting those things. I was enjoying the ride. I was overcoming any obstacles that were in my way. And it just was such an awesome experience. And I just had this moment where I was like, wow, how many other things in my life do I have that I might be focusing on them in the wrong way? And so I started thinking about my relationships. I started thinking about how I act with my clientele, with my business partners, with my family, in the workplace. And I was like, wow, how can I take this and apply it to my life? And so a great example is with my clients. Instead of, and I don't do this anymore at all, this was when I first started, but I learned that instead of telling someone they're wrong or telling them that's not right, I was able to go ahead and say, hey, I am so proud of you for the work that you're putting in, and I'm excited for the goals that you're going to reach. I want to help you reach those goals, and I want to help you advance even more. Have you considered? And so the whole time I'm edifying, I am giving them compliments, and I am now suggesting an addition to or a course correction in a very progressive and positive way, as opposed to telling them, hey, you're messing up, that's not the right way, you're not accomplishing the goals that you set out, what the heck? I'm then being destructive and I'm tearing them down. And that sucks, and no one wants to hear that. And the biggest thing is that I learned that I'm human and that I'm not perfect and that I will make mistakes. But the cool thing is I started to show myself grace in the sense of how I even spoke to myself, realizing that, you know what, I don't have to beat myself up because I've been late to work a few times. Instead, I get to think about what are the progressive ways that I could get to work on time or early, like sleeping early the night before, setting my alarm 15 minutes earlier, making sure that my bag is packed the night before. I started to think about these progressive things as opposed to beating myself up for being late, beating myself up and making myself feel like I'm not a good person. These are just a few examples, but I know that we do this. And so I want to encourage you to take a moment today or sometime this week to think about what areas of my life am I focusing more on avoiding bad situations or even having negative thought processes about certain things in my life, where instead I can have a more progressive and positive way of looking at it and find myself overcoming and achieving so that I can actually accomplish those goals that I'm going for in the end. And then also having a positive mindset overall. So I hope that helps. Have an amazing rest of your day. God bless. Peace.